Good day, folks. My name is Roy Knight, police officer of the South Central region of Antioch. In our recognition to Pan Month, we have embarked on a series of interviews with people who have a lot of history that we could reveal to you all. And in my presence here is a gentleman by the name of Mr. Sylvester, Mr. David Sylvester. And for the next probably half an hour to 45 minutes, Mr. Sylvester will tell you all the history that is coming out of the southeast, the Couva area of Panist, the South Central region. I'd like to introduce to you Mr. Sylvester, Mr. David Sylvester, and he will, as I say, give you most of the history that he knows, including about himself.
So who is Mr. Sylvester?
David Sylvester. In the farm world, they used to call me Pin. David Pin Sylvester. You know, long time all pan players used to carry a alias name.
A sobriquet.
Yeah, an alias name. And so happened, I didn't have a name, right? All them, like we had Woman Scope. That was the first captain of Joyce. His alias was Zynol. And second man, Lennox got that. His name was Slicker, alias Slicker, right? He's a slicky here, so he had the name Slicker. Then we had Ants. We had Buzz, so everybody had an alias name. I used to feel left out, so I give myself the name Pin. Right? I mark it on my jersey, and everybody start calling me Pin. So I give myself that name, and then people used to say, well, you know, he's a sharp boy and things, so the name stick. You know, the name stick. But my history in Pan, right, it started rough. When I was around 10 years old, and this guy sent the squires living in First Block. He was like a butcher shop those days. He could have tuned, could have played, and arranged. So he was big in that. Could I really play, eh?
Not cut you, Mr. Sylvester. You're talking about Central squires who used to work at Fed Camp?
Fed Camp, that's the guy.
I know the guy.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right, so it was real good. So this little Douglas boy called, my mother was an East Indian woman. So you know, kind of halfway, but it had some fellas in the village used to play with Central, right? So this day I going down the road from Pitchen, my mother, around 10, 11 years, and he called me. No. Them days, as I say, my mother was Indian. So my nickname them days was Zynol, right? Halfway, because a Douglas, father is up, and mother is Indian. So Central called me, Zynol, come. So I come in the yard, it was practicing. They played. You want to learn to play pan. So I want to learn, but it's the first time, you know. So they play out the whole song and Central hand this step. They start back, but I don't know where to start. So the whole tune almost played, and I not a note that just stand up by the pan and Central wrap the stick on her hand, right? grab her with the stick and cuss me. Hold your money. And well, I used to see what going on. I don't anticipate he go tap me. And when he swing to hit me the tap, I duck. And with the duck, no, I run out in the first he swing, you know, he spin round. The force come with, but he ain't gonna, because I don't read and he go tap me. I duck and run out in the road. And about 3 years after, a guy named Winston Victory, he used to play with the only steel band in Cooper them days, a band Central Syncopated. Like they used to play band around there. He got some band, but he used to play with Ebonites in Cooper, called Silver and Chamflet. And he got a range of band from Ebonites as his home. Sent his brother one day to go around the village and find out, you know, he wanted to learn to play band. But when his brother name was Robert Victory, came by us, asked my mother, yeah. I said, well, yeah, I want to learn. So he went to night. What's what happened when some Victory broke and he didn't play. So when about 9 o'clock, he reached home. We done ready to pack up to come back up now. At the same time, he reached when sun reached. So he said, well, come back. So all of us that was there went in there, had 2 guys that played before already. They could have played a guy named the same guy, Lennox Goran, Slicker, and Carl Sampson. Them used to play already. So all of us say, choose a pan you want to play, but since I reached the evening, I'm watching the double second. I want to play that. Why? Because I had seen Anthony Williams choose a second by Syncopators. And I get fascinated, you know, say, I want to play that nice double pan coming in the band. I used to play, as I say, and pass and watch them. And I occupied the double second. When some shows up, he knows, and he start a song. The song he was doing, that song was on the hit parade at the time. Sad movies. I don't know if you have.
Yeah, I remember, sir.
Right? So, Slicker and Carl Sampson played melody, them did double second, and background band strumming and things. So, I take the music on the double second, 1 double second, I played it, 2 tenors, and 2 guitars, and you know the rest of the band. But while we going down, we learners, verse and chorus. So we going down playing, but nobody can change, you know, the music. You know, from chord to chord, nobody is changing. So when someone watching us, so when you tune playing, you know, when the move from first chord to the second chord, he would call, change! Change! So we changed it. So he gave us a few wrongs like that. And he decided to test us then. He wouldn't change again. We go down playing, but a feeling, you know, it's changed, but we played that wrong. start back again. He ain't all and change again. Starting with good down. From first court to second court, I get brave now. I move. So, fellas behind me, well, they're watching, they see I move, they move. I move, they move. And so we go down a habit, you know. So we play this song. By that time, who get the little feeling of the movements, you know. After we finish practicing, when we coming up, Winston Richie called me back. Come. So I went back. He said, listen, man, you ever play Pandy House? So I said, no. I said, the first time. He said, well, I was not that much shot. When I stopped calling, change. How come you know, well, when to change? I said, well, I know rather kind of something appealing like inside me. Well, it's tough. And he said, well, what? You had a good feeling. You have an edge of music, right? So I want to tell them something. See, and everybody that came, except the people that can play already. I tell you, it's the best in that world, right? So even if this band, right, they were trying to do here, they come through, find a band, right, find some way, and learn to play the way a good piano, right? Because you have to feel for the music, right? So I took that, always keep that in my head, and before long, right, we had a little meeting, so we told when Sandwich, this is where we practicing this thing, energy religion. So, Slick and them coming from up over, I in first grants. Right, so I in first grants. Want to bring the band a central, right, like in Harvard village. So that is guy, Reynolds Clarence. He left the center of the village, decided to move the band there. So we get a blessing from Winston Richie. He was also captain of syncopators, for syncopators had crashed, right? I have no syncopators again. So he told us to shed that day with few old pans, break it and bring it by Reynolds Clarence. And we went so far. Break down the shed, well then there's that one truck in the village, a guy named Siran, but we couldn't afford to rent the truck. So it had a East Indian guy, had a bull cat, you know, like bull cat, right? So we borrowed the bull cat, but the guy had no thing. His son used to lie with us. Son named Rajbal Bihari. So he loaned us the bull cat, and he sucked the bull. After I had his fiat here, there again, I could have do that. Right? And he sucked the bull, break down the shed, move it down, right? And when it happened, the guy where the shed was Cornelius Paul. He was a police, but he outside Akuba. So he used to come every weekend. So he used to come home on a Sunday. When he came and he see the shed and he find out, they said, well, them boy break the shed up there. Well, you lie down while you were in all parents. And he say, everybody lock up. This man are telling you about Cornelius Paul, bad like yours. I know him a little Sunday lot boy to go to eat. Renault fly down my too good. Will you come and move them things? This man say, all how we lock up. So I know put on the food. Oh, I tell you, Paul bad like yours, everybody fly up the road, rounding up them. To take the shed and bring it back. And we had to build it. But Mr. Slicker and Carl Sam Slicker, well, he's a big test. He said, Bill, what shed are you talking about? So he and Carl Sam said, if you small fry, well, we load up back in one car, went and called the man good, load it up and bring it back. But we couldn't build the shed, so we rested on the ground there. Right? And cover with the galvanized cover the wood and the few old pans it had. And that was that. In 1960 now, when the pan done sweeten everybody, we decided to make a pan on our own, you know. So when I saw goods, we had to pull up money, $10 something, and it had this shop. We used to pass selling drums. You know, them days washed up, barrel to drink water, all of that. So we get a whole load of drum for $100. All the drums back up. But the money to throw the pan, a guy named Hollis, the treasurer, then for that smart fella went and borrowed the money, Carnival Friday, then his Carnival in Cuba, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday night. They borrowed the money and never paid back. So all the drums remained in the yard there like that. So one day, Mr. Homer spoke, right? Pass and asked him, well, you see the drums, and you know that like a band want to fall. So he asked Renault Clarence, what are you doing with them drums? He said, well, we really like to start a band. Tell him, but hear what? Go down and check. Zynol, he's the captain. He will be a better answer. So he came looking for me that now woman spoke, he's a net bad man. He's a bad job. When he came there, he came from prison. Oh, he had struck a fella coffin, fella fall down and hit the head. Manslaughter charge, he ended up looking at jail. Right? So when he come looking for me now, the first day when I come home, my mother asked me, hey boy, will you do man Sunday? He said, call his father, man. Will you do man Sunday? I heard me. She said, well anyway, he come here looking for you. Well, my fucking meal, because I tell you, Zynol's a bad man. But the next day he comes to play the way and sweet by simmer. Always riding a bike, swinging the yard. When I see him, well, I get kind of like, he say, come, what you doing? Walk with her. He walked again, man, but afraid the man. I said, no, I can't man. He said, come now, man. All them people say, man, good. He dress a mark, so on a square back. Sit down on the bench, take out the wallet hat, change the rim hat, take out the hat. So I have no choice but start a marking. So yeah, we say, you know, them drums of the hat, they hold it with it. I saw the boy really buy it to start to tune some pan, make a bat. We have no money to tune the pan. We say, well, I could get somebody to tune the pan. Waiting. So I say, well, yeah. He said, of course, but you're not. It had this to young fella already stolen. Right? Elias Baron could have tuned. Not good, but he could have tuned. So he brought down Baron next day by Reynolds Clarence. And bring it drum up under the house that had a big mango tree in front. Baron started to tune the pans, tune a whole range, and that is the foundation at Joylanders. There's where Joylanders start. So the pan tunes down there, but brought the pans up the road. West Coast or Clifton, back at him. It had a cocoa. A man named Harris had a whole cocoa estate. But you know, with a long trip, like where there would be trees at the gate. And so they gave us to the end to make panya. Right? And the group now, when we had pan by Reynolds, we have money to buy wood, so we went to mango and cut wood to make the shed. You know, a whole load of wood. Same fellow with the bulkia when us transport the wood and bring it up by Reynolds. So when the pans tune and moving, we move with wood to bring up the wood and start this little shed. That who had tarpaulin, brought the tarpaulin and coconut branch cover the shed. Right? And we start to practice the no electricity, flambeau with cup on the wall, on the posts and them. And we practicing. So we learn a few tunes. Got a job. Had some Indian brothers who were bringing a mass, zapata, a Mexican mass, and they gave us the job to play. So, well, band players and all had on Mexican outfit, corduroy pants and a blazer with a shirt and a sombrero, like with the pan men playing. So the money that we got from the plane for the fellow on the road, 2 days the mass play on Monday and Tuesday. The money we got from playing for the club. Mr. School had met Kubo Jack in prison. Kubo was in prison at the time. And we went up to look for Kubo Jack. But we had some money now. We came to Pancho. And there is where Joylanders really start. Well, pan from Baron with Kubo Jack mixed. Right? So a bigger side now. And there's where the pan all the time the band and name. School take that name for himself. I don't know if he hear what Highlanders, right? This is 1961 now. And he said, well, name at the band Joylanders. And that's how Joylanders started. That's how Joylanders started. Now, I thought down there with these small boys, I was captain, but now with them big chest here, I was a little afraid. Right? But Spoke always give me the respect, you know, that this is the man kind of responsible for his band. So he always had me as his vice captain. Like, he ain't to tell them, but anything he would consult with me, you know. He was 8 years older than me. Right. I learned that when he passed away, and at 74, and I checked my age, I said, well, Sandro was 8 years older than me. But he used to give me that respect. So I enjoyed that, right? And that's how I learned to play. I played with them. Now, Joyland as them days. I had no arrangement, scope arranging for double second, he played double second. His brother Trevor scope arranging for the treble cellos and guitars. He had another brother named Desmond Scope. He arranging for bass. Slicker arranging for tenor and double tenor. We didn't have double tenor at the time. Tenor. So Slicker and tenor, Scope second, Trevor guitar, cellos, bass, bass. 4 arrangers we had. They put in tune together and when we played, you know. So we never had no arranger. I played guitar partner. So I had small fry. I like the double second, but I can't get to play. So Scope playing one. Ocho B. Leonard knows playing this other one, and a guy named Winston Buckler playing 3 seconds. So I played guitar, I am a boy named Desmond Primus, Kilo Kill playing guitar. How I get my break to play a double second? When Kobocha, Emmanuel Riley, I never used to like to call him Kobocha. Emmanuel Riley, this day, when he finished tune, he used to tune the band for us over recreation ground at a grandstand, a whole board grandstand.
Still a grandstand?
Right. The grandstand still there, but now it's concrete structure. But them days was board, so he used to tune the band by the grandstand, you know. And when he finished, carry it up. But this Friday, Scope, begging him, Jack, with Jack tuning for Desperados, were playing with Invaders, right? Well, over the tune number 8, Kobo could well play, or like you was strong man, song in my heart, all of them, he arranging by Invaders and playing, could well play, so begging for a tune. It's all right, I'll be on that. Started Evening Star giving up. But I ain't done leave and went down. Scope jump on the bike and fly down the road. Come, boy. Organize yourself for when I have a bicycle too. Come, we'll go up the road. Come back up here. You see here, you have to learn to double second and I'm the time. See, because I, like white Kelly, you see, I'm talking from the head. I really have nothing in front of me right down. I could have remember, but God bless me. So you see, I will take the truth, right? So I know you won't forget it. So I take the next step on the second, on the double second. Up to this day, I could go and play a little something on it. And I learned it on the guitar too. So I get a break now as a double second player. One of them fellas always had to take a rest, right? I had to play. Because Scope, I second man. So I started play second. After that, the last day came say I will be up with one more tune after this, I'm coming back. You belongs to me. Right. Give it up to this day. I have that. It's in F. And so I get established there. But a lot of people actually are playing. And all of that playing I tell you about, there's a personal history now. At 13 years, I was working. 13 years, I really started at 10 years to go to help my mother continue in the king. Going after and me and my two sisters. And he came left me. So I have to help my mother. So I used to go to school in between. When I help my mother in the field. Right? When I was 13 years, Trinidad white man, Austin Lee, tell my mother, "Honey boy, with your auntie. Yet you can't start to work at 13 years." But he employed me at 13 years, 1958. I got him in. Right? So I working real hard and still making time to play my pan. Yeah. Go at in 19 when we play from there until 1966, right? From 61 to 66. I lived right up the road. Nigel Seals was slicker. But I used to be up here to that time. I lived in Kutsherans and all. Like me, this fella cousin, I read your name. Jean Rodney. She's a dance one, nice, good looking. And her brother used to live there. And Nigel Seals coming with Slicker, he did a really job by me. And two of them as partners, so Nigel playing the second in an out, he used to play for that Spain. Right? Some band before Renegades, playing with Renegades. So he meet me this day, but he watching me at the play. Right? Tell me, he said, "Penny, they want to take a plane down now." I said, "What?" He said, "But Renegades now, struggling for players. They want to go Panorama, well, they're going Panorama." I said, "Boy, I can't. See, I'm telling you, boy, I'm telling you, you could play, you could." So I take up the challenge, 25 cents from Cuba to Shobona, 50 cents from Shobona to Port of Spain. So I pay me 75 cents, travel with the man at work. I took him money out. Only big name, eh? Old face, he was a small friend. They moved so Papito, Axe, Peter Blood, big passion. So I reached there, playing the second. But Trevor was the arranger. Melda, 52.
66.
66. In no time, I do the post and chorus. I'm watching them tongue for that in the backside. So I know to myself now I could play. I know the whole song from top to bottom. So I played 66. We didn't make final, not even semi-final, right? But I see the final, because the final night, they contract Renegades and Ebonites to play as guest artists, right? So I see the final. I see it when it look like it had Highlander, Pajama Party, all the big bands, Silver Sad, all the big bands, right? I see them. So I'm watching from on stage, yeah, and I say, "You see me? I have to play there on this stage." So 66 commando, 67. I finished work. Now, the cane cutting master, I graduate, I drive the cab, loaded cab, that harder, right? But, you know, I gain more money. I started with cane. And when evening come, they change the clothes and I head up for that paint, right? So 67 now, I say, well, now boy, I have to play and find out. Only Carnival, so from December month, I jump in a car, go and start to walk a whole Coffee Street, reach to the end of the Hawkins over the, I'm looking for Cavalier, but I know I'm going by walking. Go down the street, so and make you know what, so guide me. When I do so, I see one set of black pants under this house with gold hat. Yeah. I say, well, right, this Cavalier, I first Monday, I move until Selwyn or one of them fellas come outside and watch the me. We come to play pan. I say, yeah. So he said, all right, come in. We don't let you sit down and let you hold there and play. When practice starts, something quite about 7 o'clock. The only pan they have is double tenor and guitar pan. I said, well, I ain't going guitar. I never play double tenor. I take a crack in the double tenor. And I jump in and I start a load of song. The wedding, Bobby D's wedding. Next day when I come from work, they that change the clothes and I head up Cavalier. And to tell you, this is, I just wonder how I used to do that. We don't want to have to work like we. Sometimes we don't practice 12 o'clock. Nothing to come to vinyl. It have 2 guys after I used to run them little garment. Spanner, he had the drugstore. Then I had a fellow, Alvin Franklin. Well, he used to walk. He had a car. He used to walk, you know. Came them picking up them fellas on walk and things. And so when them passing, we used to get a drop back to work. Yeah, sometimes about 2 o'clock in the morning, and only 2. I had to be up 5 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, to go to do this hard work. But actually I saw no fact that when I'm behind the pan, I forget everything about tired and you know. So it wasn't normal for me. It wasn't normal.
Not cutting you, but what happened to Joylanders during that period?
Well, Joylanders, I go to Panama.
Oh, they know.
So I have free time.
Yeah.
So I begin to dance whatsoever, acting and whatsoever they practice during the week and thing. I would go one day and learn that. You know, when them days you're going to play in fete and thing. So I will learn them too. But playing there.
Were there any more bands in Cuba besides Joylanders?
Yeah, they had Conchitas. And other side, Minuets. Minuets had brought a real Japan from Highlanders. Then Sapaneta had Fed Game Synchronized.
Yes, I remember that one.
Right. So there's Joylanders, Conchitas, with the banner just called the
Synchronized.
Yeah, but the Highlander banner. And so it used a rifle, you know, but good rifle, no fighting music. 1962, first independent, all the band, Clashing Savannah.
Okay.
Free dance, first time I see fireworks, 1962, Joylanders played. synchronized play, concertas, and minuets for steel band, right? So we can 67 others here play with Carvalho, win the Panorama, right? So I play with a winning band. 68, I ain't playing no part. 69, Selwyn Mohammed, Grace Sweet, Renegades, again, they're looking for players, but Selwyn is picking me up over, right? And they had a year of Vauxhall car. That was like a maxi taxi. Yeah, it was PL 1073, a white Vauxhall car. Man, sometimes about 10 men in the back seat, you know. Yeah. And 2 in front, but the long seat, 2 in front.
What year that was?
That is 1969. 69.
Okay.
60 million Frenchmen. Can't go wrong. First time Renegade making a semi-final, 1969. The bomb tune, well, the semi-final, and that was it. And we come and win bomb competition in a monastery garden. Yeah, 69. So I established myself. Make a lot of friends, girlfriends. When them football girl come to town, when I come down, they be old. So you can't mess with girl from Abakuba, and the big girl. Juve morning, well, you know everybody in town. When they do so and they see me coming down, playing in the gates, they watching so well, me and seeing them. I far. They go up the road. Yeah, that big man, they are girlfriend. Yeah, so I had some good deals.
I remember Joylanders had a sponsor by the name of Wimpy.
Wimpy.
Do you remember what year Wimpy sponsored the band?
1972.
1972.
After that Panorama.
Okay. I also know that the band had some struggles. You know, those struggles going up the road there.
Yeah. Well, 1972 was fourth Panorama.
Yeah.
We decided to take a trip with the band. It was done by the committee center. And made up the site to same Federer was the arranger. You asked what she black.
Yeah.
You asked what Benjamin. She got some. Remember that same year, due to the polio, Panorama come and put back the mail.
Yeah.
Right?
72, yeah.
Yeah. So he said, here what? Now they're running 72. Now, 72 years. You go change the song because you get time. So you go in with Melody 72, Sparrow Melody 72. When you reach about half the song, you can't go. He said, well, here what? He said, go back to that costume. So we go back and grass was, yeah. So those were the days.
So beside being involved with Joylanders, what other cultural activities that you took part in the area?
Apart from
Aside from Joylanders.
Apart from the band, well, I used to play football. as I told you, my youth days was normal, but I still make time to have a little fun. This marble picture, windball cricket, what I was, Lara and them was joke. I'm bowling like, when they say bowling and then, not telling of bowling up to this day, I can have a record. The best windball bowler in Pussy Bradford. Then we played country football. We football, right? In the village. When I used to have to win last, the side will get the weakest side, then I go play with them. Right? So apart from this abnormal boy days, but I still make time to play the fun and all these little activities. I tell you, other fellas, then the typical acting man like Scotty and them go in presentation college, right? Mikey, right? And fellas think the same boy Trevor Scotty is presentation college in Chibona, that was the big school. But me, as I said, my ideas wasn't easy. So, I used so glad for them fellas. I used to honestly, you know, I'm glad for them.
The band has made a transition. Well, you know, the last Panama we had in Tobago,
Yeah.
we won the Panorama. Have you been active in any way with regards to what went on there, or just...
No. Because I want to pass over them. Richard Gill. I had taught them from Cooper Junior Set. For them to join us. I used to teach them. I sure Richard can remember the first song we enjoyed that. Then there's Mikey Arrangement. I was their producer. This is a piece of history again. In 1973-74, Joylanders had 3 people in the back. Myself, Womansco, and Roy Francis.
I remember.
Roy Francis used to live in the Panyard, so he used to be there. When myself and Scope come up in the night, only 3 people. People migrate, and you know, when the band, nobody. But Cooper had a history. Something would start and go from years to the top. They had a side named Spatax, All Stars, then a football club, and everything would start hot and sweaty and just crash. Right, so even syncopators, that happened to them too. So one night...
Where was syncopators situated? Where was that?
That in St. Andrew's Village, right after the cemetery, about 5 houses on the right.
Okay.
Right.
Like city syncopators.
No.
Central
syncopators.
Right.
Who was the captain of that band?
Harry Wenham.
Okay.
Harry Wenham. Anthony Williams started to tune to them.
Okay.
And I could be wrong, that first spider web double second band, Anthony Williams tune. I feel tune again. And when he get through, at that days I boy, I know this. When I come, realize when you get through, went and make it in more stars. Right, and he used to coach Harry Benham out of the So I was telling you, so I said, boy, school here what? Get back from the bar. Then the vice captain of the bar now I school is my vice captain. Vice captain school is my vice captain. I said, you come to class, trouble, to be here, right? Only we are. Get that rush, but I say you have two grandsons.
Yolanda.
Right? I have a son, I have a nephew, I have two nieces, and I said we go put them all together and start something. So we started it on a Saturday. Nigel himself, I tell him, you know nothing about arranging it. All I know I could have cleared it. He said, all right, I will go with you on a Saturday in Nigel C. Come right up here, there's enough there. Parts and pick me up. Yeah, we don't on a Saturday, started to play, my lady walk among us.
Okay.
So when he make a few Saturday, he left me. So I go down over with sir, and then children, when it grew, we had about 25 children now. Same night as his son and daughter and 1994, Cuba Royal Bank got a project. Every bank get something to do, then choose to play the pan. So they asked Roy Francis if they could use the pan. He asked me, I said, well, the pan, I don't really know what you're playing. They people come and use it. So, they come in on evening, 2 weeks after doing something. But one day, a guy, he was the Royal Bank security at Berlin Point. Say, tell a partner of mine, Carter Knight Jones, big thing in all your family and I just see none of all your boy. So Jones tell me, so I said, right, I went down the evening, set up a boy named Bones from California, and a guy named Blake from Shubona. He was involved with Scout and things. They shoot and decide Bones and Blake. So I went and I sat down and I watching that thing. Nice girl counting it. And they playing crazy. This is how I was walked. But Mikey Fredericks would do that tune. But Bones is so come and play something with me. So I went that day, next day when I went to snow. The side come down 4 o'clock and I started practice. But they only playing about 4 lines in the tune. So I playing the drum set for them and I together. She said, yeah, well, we are nobody. So I could play my little drum and play the drum set. They playing it over and over. Bam ba dum ba dum bam 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 ba dum bam bam ba dum. So I said, girl Rose the drama, she looked like a class. I said, yeah, now, that's all, you know. She said, well, yeah. I said, but that you have a guy before tobacco or us, you know. She said, well, you know, Mr. Bones and them come. She say, you feel you can help me? So I say, well, I will try. Well, I know the song already, and the song. Give them both, finish the chorus. But I only time thing, the lady guitars and four bands, we didn't have cello, four bands, take the melody, and I started to tenor walk in front. When Bones and them come, man, the band kicking, I give them tempo, and them take a tenor and go along by the swimming pool. When we reach there, finish that part and go into the next part. So I tell him, you have some arranging skill, buddy. Yeah. And I come and finish, when I come like I get it work. No. Bones never come back, but man played, he come and make friends with me to come in. When whatsoever I mean, will try to help me. So that was my first in arranging. Right. So this little side I tell you, I came on a Saturday now. Day, I started to show them the tune. And the whole finished tune. Because I went and come second in the competition.
Okay.
Second. So I given them the little side tune. Up come Mr. Scott. The Saturday, say, you know, have a team boy start with Sunday fan adoption. If you look at take part, carry them back. Okay. So as you when you do me, I always up to a challenge. So we take up the challenge. Dress up too nice. We have to play folk song. First song come to my head with Mango. One up in but who tell you we won't come first. But when we went wrong, we had about what children could do. We had said play, but Scotty never tells me what the competition is. But his Scotty was from California, the band went like California government. Joylanders adopt California government.
Oh, okay.
That's a primary school.
Yeah.
So when we came forward, so the only two primary school that had BNC Paria boys. Nights tell me, well, boy, I got up, right, a protest and like the day for the trophy, and I know what trophy. I say, what I admire, like lady, and I say, nice, let me do this. I give it the truth. But they have as long as I win. I give them truth. That's really, we are over here, but I didn't. I got never informed. So, 1995 now, I up to the thing. I carried on California, go to Cuba, the Junior Sec, Holy Faith Conference, 3 schools. I'll show you a little trophy that I got from Anthony Commission. Right? One of my problems, bringing 3 schools. 3 schools and 3 soloists. The first year, I didn't know that solo thing. My son, the same old lady, that tune I would never give my son that. Give our next boy a coop in school, our next tune. And the seal boy, he and me, like, how they call it, not primary, but secondary. 3 soloists at Kerry.
Okay.
And boy, I thank God, that's first time attempting something like this. The film was in God City for the area. So I bent down my head, so I am the three fellas sit down. So I bent down my head, so me and much of a praying man. But I said, Lord, help me and these fellas, right? Because I know why into here. I know what comes. When I raised my head, so in the auditorium, on top there, what watching me? To God, all things are possible. I say, well, I'm holding it for the finalists, they take 8. The 2 boys and 2 primary boys, them in, and the secondary boy in. Final, right? Final is a key for them. I remember the name of the secondary school here.
Rizal?
No, right in San Fernando. Yeah, not them. We have
Presentation?
Pleasantville.
Pleasantville Senior Comprehensive. Yeah, okay.
Final day. Boy.
And what year that was? 96.
95. Like the second year.
That was my school. I used to teach there all that time.
Right, 1995. Right, they had the solo category first and then the bands. Right. But in the preliminaries, the guy who topped in the primary, I think they say he was the defending champion. They said it was the school of music. The boy was his grandson. I don't know. They say his grandson. But when the result come out, this fella in the solo category, he 20 points clear. And my son runs second time. He 20 points clear. So after the competition, one of the judges for that how the competition went, I said, well, good. But the only thing is the judging, that gap for how one fella got 20 points clear, the second person. It's that ain't right. You know, if a 5, a 7 point, 3 points, something, but 20.
Oh, as in the case of Fontclair, half a point, they lose by half a point with Pan by Storm.
Right. So he said, well, boy, me are not saying that, you know, San Fernando judges just. So I said, all right, the final, my son play in front, he's defending champion. But he played the same only the Walker Mile and a half. But the reception he get, but he played the tune real good, eh? Yeah. The reception he get, like the fella get 4 feet, but they got to that kind of 3-sided.
Yeah.
So it's plenty support. And them junior set girl, boy, they ain't primary, but them big girl have them, you know, they like how we play and play acting. When the boy, the defending champion, go to play, playing after my son, about one person after. Corita Banca, after the intro was crash. They tell him, all right, start again. Going down, we reach a little bit, crash again. So he out the competition. So when the fella, I spoke grandson, clean minded business. I tell him, I say, well, the man at the days for my son cooking. Say, the man at the days cook here. For you see what's going on. But he and all make real. So my son was forced, after that, from their tones, from Siparia RC, second, and Coven School 2. So I come 1 and 3, and in the secondary 3. In the primary, we had played, I think, charged by coast again. So I make 3 coasts, California have this trophy. That trophy up to this day. Tech, they sponsor that trophy. For the first year, I tell you, we had a win, but I gave nice the trophy. Before you write the protest, so they have a win. And in 1997, I went by and then communicating and thing, and that's what it is. After that, things won't leave wire, no more coming from Panadoption. But that Panadoption saved Joylander's back in 1994. That saved Joylander's back. Yeah.
What, to provide players, incoming players?
Incoming players, because I take it on the road and went to the schools, right? After California and RC school and all the schools in the area. Then I had junior sec, where I used to give them a call because I always feel junior sec children used to be looked at as, you know, second-class citizens.
Yeah.
Right? When, you know, the big school in the area is convent. When you go in convent, I had a niece living here. She go in convent.
She reads.
She would pass me on the street like she know me.
And she living here?
She living here.
Because she going convent?
Yeah. She mother would come to us. And then she went to live in town. She would never see me on the pavement and say, Uncle Ben. Yeah, she would pass me like she know me.
So once you go convent, you have a chip on your shoulder?
Yes, you're big. When convention up to this day, walking, coming on the pavement, the other schools, when they're talking kids are junior child, you have to go in the road or in the grass.
Pull aside.
Yeah, you have to let them pass. That maroon and white, that maroon and white. You're big. The second school was the Hoover Government Secondary Modsec.
Modsec, yeah.
Right. So, Modsec second. Modsec could still rub a shoulder, but you can't come too close. You can rub a little shoulder near me. But convent, Modsec, then Cuba Junior Sec. So, to avoid all the class days, that is when the schools, the shift come now. So morning shift, you have seen them the only time, and in the evening when they're over, the convent is over long time since 2:30. So when junior sec over late in the evening, all them don't go on home, right? So it puts a hard power that school. So I have them at 3 schools, I tell you. And up to this day, up to when school closed, right? I was still doing little music for the convent. And convent have music teacher, Miss, what she name was Chewit, but she was nice. And how she convent happened to come practicing for the same Panadoption. Our teacher named Miss Grant. She was the evening shift teacher, junior sec. And I went and asked her if they would. And she took up the challenge and she said, bring the children. Before they go to school, they would reach for 10 o'clock to the farmyard. And one day, Mr. Tuitt, like the convent music teacher husband, he used to move department right over the road by the farmyard. So he passed in there and hear the farm. And he come in, when he watch on, he see all these junior section practicing. He called them after practice done. He say, my wife is teach in the convent. You can do something like this for she. So I said, well, sure. So he brought her a lunchtime, and so convent started coming through. I had them on shift like when junior section practice, convent would come, and California would come. And so, and after that, well, I was captain of Trinidad, so them same players come and I arranged for she and nearly 4 years for all the big boys left the band, even our leader, Mikey Frederick, right? The band too. So when we, in 1997, I was like this.
You want something to drink?
Like what?
Juice, beer.
Well, I have this, but I have a sweetness is my weakness.
So,
Juice.
that's all drink juice, beer.
No sweet drink.
Any sweet
No
drink?
beers, no alcohol. Just some juice and you could.
So tell me
No,
something.
it happened like shandy and ginseng.
Ginseng, but not shandy.
Yeah, go on.
He
Just
said, well, bring a ginseng and you won't have it.
You're not allowed to drink.
It's not what you're after.
All right.
So, have you ever been honored by any of the authorities, band,
The corporation.
corporation? Have you ever been honored by them for the kind of work that you put out?
Contribution to
Or your
plan.
contribution to plan?
The culture.
Nobody you have never been recognized.
He has actually I'll go and bring the little trophy, Mr. Cummings, you can get
If you anyone of them could believe?
that.
Now you don't move.
No, well, when the boy come, yeah,
Yeah.
that was the first, and then it had the principal in the convent.
Cool.
right?
He needs something.
He needs something.
Right, look on top there, by where they put trophies, they will see it a small trophy, so 1966. No, what's the small trophy that I little half thing. And she, a day, I tell you the truth, I've seen it doing something, but I short time catch. Is it possible I could get a 200? No. All these years, all this thing I do is voluntary, no, not a cent, right? And I was never in it for the money, right? And she,
As most of us did never been in free.
so she called me and she said, listen, you have a talent and it just recent, right? So any little book you do for us in the convent, she gave me put it in this book, right? So you should be asking what to do. So she's when at the end of the month, sometimes I laid on for 2-3 months and I carried the book. You ain't get it, boy.
Now you were very director.
Then still on top there was a small. Right, so when I check it, it's like $50 an hour. Buying so what I would do long time and spend like 2 hours. Right? And then I begin after when school was there, right? she gave me this book, the music teacher will sign it, and I come to her, and she will make out a check. And I have a little truth here. Well, when she checked, she asked me, how long will you next thing here? All right, bring the one from the convent to the 23. When she checked, she said, well, Miss Sylvester, 23 years, you next thing here, right? Right, so she gave me that book. This is the first thing I ever get.
These are two trophies that Mr. Sylvester was awarded for his contribution to the state band movement. Could have been more, but still grateful for somebody at least looking down on him.
From 1994 to 1996. This was from 1995 to the year they got married the 22nd of October 2015. 23 years. She with joy to my attention is 23 years. Volunteering.
Called City boy. Called City sponsor.
Right. That is Mr. Anthony Commission.
Yeah.
First trophy I ever get in my life.
Okay.
What became of Anthony Commission?
Well, I don't know. Since after the pan adoption thing crashed in 1997, I have never heard from him or seen him.
Is it the same Anthony Commission, the cyclist
Cyclist.
from La Romaine?
Yeah, the cyclist.
Because I used to do a program with him called Wrap It Up, where we used to go around and give demonstrations how to wrap your cloth, African cloth, around your head throughout San Fernando. Those were the days when the black consciousness was developing.
I was grateful to Mr. Commission. He brought this pan adoption. It made me learn to arrange, and it saved Joylanders. And the present day Joylanders don't know a history of Joyland.
They don't, what?
They don't know the history, right?
You mean the present generation?
Yeah, because Mr. Richard Gill, well, the players here around is young players. So they want to believe Joylander started under him. I don't know if I could if I could get like 2 or 3 people in the interview. Because I had asked Mr. Ray Holman. I was to come to that too, how I come in contact with Ray Holman. Right?
Well, this is Pan Month.
Right.
This is why we are doing interviews.
I met Ray in 1990. As I said, I used to play with Renegades, so I established myself here. But in 1990, I had throwing the sponge like now. As I ate this panorama thing, so
before, let me cut across. You say you play with Renegades. How did you manage for transport? Were you still living here or you resided in Port of Spain?
No, I resided in Perseverance. Perseverance, Cuba. Right, I used to live down here. Right. In 1996, Bobby used to, Selwyn used to transport us. He would pass through and pick me up and things. But in 66, we used to travel, I tell you, 25 cents from Cuba to Chaguanas.
Wow.
And 50 cents from Chaguanas to Port of Spain.
And the price now?
Big
No.
money now. About 20
No,
years.
not 20. I think it's about $11 or something.
By taxi?
Taxi. From here?
No, well, from Chaguanas to Port of Spain.
And it's free now as a senior citizen?
No, if you're going in a
Bus,
taxi.
bus.
But yeah, bus is free. But to get the bus, you have to reach Chaguanas, right? If you're lucky and have a room, bus passing, going to Port of Spain. Yeah, so I was telling you, I went, my partner again, Nigel Seals. Come and play, my boy, come and play with Jet Original. Right? So I said, all right, I will want to try Jet music. Right, I said, I will try Jet music and I start playing Jet music. So, this evening I went up, started with one of the songs, some Kitchener song, right? Who's chorus, right? And we go sing. Up come this second player from Skin Blabber. I think he was the second leader. Time he reached and the children behind the second. Children started. Cheers! What can you think you're doing? What can you think you're doing? I tell you, it's second section full. Whichever, some little girl from watching the uniform from Lavanti, where's that? Secondary. Yeah. Lavanti, something secondary, but mark on the monogram there. A little back, backside of the second. When she played this line and the next line she forget this line. So I say in my mind, how dare people run it practice, boy? In a practice in Panorama, everybody learn each other, and the best man play. Why he even get a chance? Tell him, see, it have guitar pan and it have double tenor. The man will lead you and play there. So I find watching him, I say, he ain't alright to be talking. So I tell students that say, what time you're leaving here? So he said, about 10 half past 10 in the morning, practice will start. I said, all right, I walk in on the road and I walk from Charlotte Street. I go John. Ray Holman are reaching John by Tokyo.
By Faith Man.
Yeah. So I'm reaching the yard. One rat stop for that Stanley. Yeah. Tell me, you want to play bomb? Say, what man make to play? Say, double second. Say, all right. As soon as a second man comes, I will put him on, right? So I said, I'm gonna wait when the second player comes. I went and I started with plenty loving, 1990, plenty loving. Started playing with chords. When the band comes, everybody ascending, go down, goes and chorus, now started. Some is sweet. Now, do so many times. But the white Laurel pull up. It's a real old man. Come on that. Second time I see the real old man. music going down, whatsoever he had to do. So in the night now, when practice over, come out, he called me. He said, come. He said, you play my starlet with me? I said, no. He said, we play then, you play my starlet. And you won't have then. I said, no. First time I played with you, he said, nah, you feel it, man. How first time you ever played, and you're playing that music so comfortable. So I said, first time I played. He said, I feel you play like Starlet, because Starlet had all kind of fellas I could get. I said, no, I said, the first time. He said, but somehow the other fine, playing music real good, and then standing up right by the second band by me after he done distribute band and accompany second man. He had two kind of second, one played melody, one played chords. But I like chord and second. He said, boy, pumping you have to move for me. So, 15, right? So I took you know, when you come next day and anytime you come a day, so me and Ray start to, right? And one day he asked me about, you have a puzzle about, I said, listen, I always love your music, right? And I would tape read music. Any band you read came forward then days was only Stallion, and then he went back to William. Then after he went to Pastor, I would always take the music and learn that tune inside out. Can't play it well, I know how the tune coming up. So the music wasn't hard, right? And he come friend, personal friend, just like he just come here and like, right? Then I played 1 year with Clyde Bradley, just same Tokyo. See how Bradley just put down the music, one for the road, right? Tokyo. Yeah, so wrapping up, I some good hit back. I wanted Ray and the same boy Hans to make a little contribution. The fella, Charles Hans, something happened to him. Them was showing out like myself. He is a man named Jane for Joylanders.
Okay.
Leroy Charles Hans. If you bad talk Joylanders, you can fight.
Okay.
Yeah. He had hit up a name, Norman D'Souza, with a piece of iron. Same, argument of Bannon, right? And a few years ago, he lives in Canada, came back, and he would always come for Carnival. So he see Jordan and said, well, dang it, band boy, and jump up on the truck, take up a guitar and start to play. The same Roy Francis' son, where he is he's a senior member in the band now. I don't know if you know, in 1994 he started to play.
You know what?
He started to play with me in 1994. He had grab up with the hand for the public fella and they come down the truck and then we kept playing and then not to say in a competition. They was playing on the road going down. And he jumped up to play because he liked the rhythm, play steel. Yeah, and put him off the truck. Take up with the hand. No, well, I don't go around the banner, because I want to get back. But this is thing, like this thing, I find actually should look into. You know, you can't treat senior players will give the life they have. My wife went so far to tell me at night, you want to sleep with a family. I used to go to work, right? And from work, come in Panyard, then come home, this same girl, then night my daughter, then this water, I leave them sleeping, and we just work. When I come, when we done practice, then I come home, they sleeping so weeks, they don't see me.
Yeah, that's the kind of sacrifice that
right? And to see, no, these fellas, Richard Gill, he don't speak to me now.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what speak, but he don't speak to me. If he see I come in so, he would turn out his go so and thing and, you know, by the laugh at them and say, well, I ain't owing them nothing. They owe me, because I bring in the band, they, them they get up $5 in truck fee. So we say, you know, when people come in the band, they just come and they pay up on the left and they go on. We go charge our entrance fee $5. And all the junior set here, I pay for them, because I brought them in the band. Right? Get them playing in the band. I make enemy because you got a fella in the band field where you know this man like the first junior group, right? I didn't, my partner see the stick it and carried by many years. What I told him, I said, well, you know, we have a junior band, right? Like if the band have to play, and the big side can't go, the small side could go and play. They say I want to form a band in a band. Yeah? So I didn't get the chance. I said, well, I would have arranged for the small side, my key arrangement, but the big side, although the two bands is in one, but so they find out again. From captain, they kept a meeting behind my back and throw me out of captain, and they say the band will run by a committee. Because what they couldn't take it, the name on the banner. Yeah, and Roy Francis used to influence plenty of that. Yeah, and so the banner run by a committee, but I hear in the committee, I said, no. He said, that come like I still captain, could kind of sacrifice I made, you know, see things run right and all these things.
Well, the band has made great strides.
How the band come to make that stride too? I mean, okay,
The only little problem is that recognition that you all should get from the band, you probably don't get it, and that could be arranged. That could happen.
how
I
Joe
don't know what to
Landers
happen.
come to get big in, we was always good, huh? But Mikey could really do stage music, right? Northern Regional Pantry we go have a fundraiser, but the band that they invite to play, you have to pay your own transport, like your trucks and your maxi.
Yeah.
Right? You have to pay your truck and your maxi. Joy on that stage side was about 50. Big stage side we have.
Still about that.
Right. But in them days, the thing take place in Despatch Yard on the hills. Then, well, we our manager was a guy, John Nathaniel. When he heard that, They do go and plane free, and you have to pay your own transport and all kind of things. So I called one or two of them fellas together. I said, listen, boy, this is a big opportunity to sell the band. Right? Because people in Port of Spain and know about Rian. This is a big opportunity, and we have class music. So it take a little thinking, but I convinced them. Carlton Knights Joes, he was right with me. He said, all right, well, if we had to go. It cost the band nearly $5,000. 2 trucks, a big maxi and 2 small maxi, right? So the transport, the buses, that is nothing. The band have funds and we selling the band here. When we reach up there and we start to play, right? We play in the Hollis, boy, people surprised to see this little country band playing so much music, right? Second round, we thirsty to play, right? You don't have to be dread to be Rasta. That was the big song, but we didn't play it in the first round. Same brother Resistance and them, the linemen nearby, we were here a little piece. Desperados playing the whole repertoire. People fed up. The same boy every day we hearing them song. All the play now, boy play. We start the song. Boy, mess up photo. Come and then he push down all the pan. Whole committee people pan here. And I want to play when they're playing and all kind of. Well, country boy, so we put the chain between the leg and the day. We gave a chance to play second round. Boy, when we drop that tune, boy, Resistance take out the hat and start to do the hair so and then Ras start to shake the Ras and thing. So the band, while that going on, a guy from Starlift come and say, here now, I want to come now in West End. They having something till the next month. So we book up, we get a thing, but now Starlift taking that load, the transportation and refreshment and all that. When you plane by Starlift, Renegades come and book me up to play something then. Like Renegades thing was a Sunday. After we finish, I go play a little thing where a guy tape it. It come over the radio and he tape it and on cassette, and I made a CD from it. Right, say Mikey Music. So that sell the band. Panberry was on tour. Nasser sell the band. Big. He was fighting for president and things. So he come down Cuba.
Panberry.
Yeah. Well, you know, the electricity company that sponsored them, something they play down there. And come, well, no seals, come and pick up seal. And they come down by the band of Cuba, practicing. Call me Rice Captain. He say, wait till Joylander's doing so, boy. You only hear Joylander's name and Tom Joylander's name. Wait till all they do so. Right? But this 3 play out we played, sell the band. And from that day to this day,
The band going.
the band go on.
That's very good.
Yeah, the last, where, how they call the emancipation day thing now, that's the last one I had before the pandemic, Joylander split, phase 2. Who again, but boy, Joylander beat them bad. Well, I back in phase 1, but Joylander had the tune. When they play Mama Africa, the place gone mad. Everybody surround the band. And you know, I just still stand up one side. Well, when my partner say, it have 1 or 2 fellas from the band would come and talk and things. Fella named Nicholas, an ex-red boy and things. Being son and them will come on. But the auntie, and you know where I feel that come from? You see Mr. David Goddard, right? He had plenty influence in, because he come and start to drill the band, right? And he see well, them, and he start to kind of coach it, and he say, run them all from the band, right? So Mr. Richard say, you know, all people in the band again. But they done drop off because of family and thing, and I find, well, I had enough. So I did thing, but he came, and that same girl you was talking to, my daughter, right, she used to play with the band. I would show you up with her from 5 years. Then I joined her. From 5 years, she came in 1996, 94, 95, she come for a year.
That is when they were adopting schools?
Right. She came in 96, right? And but she liked it more than me. So she played, and she, at this girl age, she's 7 now. And she started playing from 5. But in order to play, she had to go to school, right? And do everything in order to get to play. And she needs to go practice on a Saturday.
She had to behave herself.
Right. And you have to, from first year to standard 1, she went up to Presbyterian School in Cuba. She gets skipped to standard. She went standard 2 from 1 to 3.
She was really bright then.
Yeah, and the principal like she, right? And she won't play. She first choice, but the principal again, he said, you know, but she holds section, but as I tell earlier, Holy Faith Convent. She was 10 years when she write the last common entrance.
Okay.
The last common entrance before she called my wife and she going to get this girl a crack at the entrance. This is the last common entrance. If she ain't do good, she look how young she have. But she first choice school is not only pay convent. Principal choosing school, eh? Yes. But 1 sec.
There's plenty traveling.
No, when it's from here to Cuba, them days $1 to reach Cuba. But she put mud sec as the first choice. She say in case she clicking comment to the end when before the exam, she would change it to put convent. But when you watch it, only she people. For convent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mud sec. When the girl write the exam, she passed for the first choice school. Cuba mud sec.
Okay.
But she could play. As I tell you, and she playing convent about a steel band.
Yeah.
I arranging. So I used to bring she over there. I used to give she all the frontline music. Right? And she will handle them deal, and I do in the background music. She will give tenor, double second. I will give her the music, and she will give them, and I do in the background music. When she was in second, how they call it them, Form 2, Miss Amma, no, before she started playing, her mother make an agreement with she. All right, she played with convent. But when we played in a function, I don't want she putting on a convent uniform because she ain't doing convent. She have to play with her school uniform. I said, all right. But the principal, a half Chinese woman, Miss Amawali, she couldn't take that. Because she in the green and white, in the maroon and white, yeah, and she playing tenor, so it's showing up. One day she called me in the office. She said, "Hello." She called me Zynol, sweet name, eh? Zynol, here now, buddy. Senior daughter, they'll be here so regular and thing. Let me organize a transfer for Sheena.
Right,
And she will come to school here.
Yeah.
So she don't be here so often. But before I reach home to ask the mother, I have to get her. I say, here now, if you get a transfer to go Clifton, you go. She said, go away. I said, Clifton. She said, so I'm to my school.
Ah.
She said, listen, I don't know if you watch it so fine, but first thing they would say, I come and convent because you just come and
Arrange.
keep pants, right? So they were watching me, you know, like, oh look, she come here because she father.
Yeah.
She said, I happy over this, right? It's a girl and boy school. This all girls school, I ain't able to go. Why we practice in the boy, if you see something, girl kissing girl in the neck, blowing in the air, all this kind of thing.
That is not convent. Yeah.
Yeah, so, right, well, so, but she stayed there, and when she do the exam, and she went, she do the advanced writing, right? And 17 years she was in UE.
Okay.
Yeah, she didn't only play in pan, she was right too. Right? So she think, look no, she wrote Ministry of Education. She gets her father and she moved on. She's what they call the office of provision.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, you know, the boy who sold you the thing, right? I'm a grand. I start telling all that. I never went to school much. I learned to read and write, listening radio. Listening radio and keeping in time, and I would take a newspaper and, you know, trying to read and matching the words while hearing.
Okay.
So I kind of educate myself. I didn't really learn nothing in school. Because I tell you, I started work from age 13. And before that, I used to help my mother work in the cane. So I kind of, but I learned something in order to really survive. You have to have education. So I make sure all of them, 4 of them. Look, the first girl that talked to the box, she went to junior set. But she was bright too, but you know, she didn't really, because primary school she went to Kupa and she didn't get pushed.
Hot boy.
But she is working in the Ministry of Finance.
Zynol, what's your age now, and what age did you first started playing pan?
Well, I would be, right now, I'm more 76 and 75. For next Monday, 22nd, I'll be 76. And as I said, I really started to play at age 14.
Are you musically literate? Can you read a score?
No. I Miss Jennifer Grant, the music teacher in the junior secondary, one day I was doing a song for the same pan adoption, and she stand up and watching me arrange the song. She's a music teacher, and she asked me how I go about doing this. And I tell she the girl already, you know, now, but I would get an idea and put it. Sometime I had a little recorder, I would record it, and you know, and so she tell me, you're a creative musician. You don't know that, but you just create music. So she used to have a free period, I think on a Monday, and she told me, come to the school, right? And I will give you that 2 hours. And she starts to show me how a scholars would read, you know?
Okay.
You know, when the normal, every good boy gives you food, right? And face, F-A-C-E. Line is E-G-B-D-F. And face is F-A-C-E. She said that is the basic thing. Now the notes, this under here, quite here, with this zero, that is C. After that you have D under the line. C, D, E could be the first note on the line. Right? And so I have an idea, but to say, to sight read, and I can't do that. But if I take the score and I'm watching it slow, but there's G, there's F, she show me how the half note will come in, the sharp note. If you see this sign here, this pound sign, and anyway that note, like if it's F, that would be F sharp. If it's B flat, when you see a B, you have to flatten it. So it comes B flat.
Yeah.
So I have an idea, you know, about that score.
Yeah.
But I can't write the score it then. Take for instance that, yeah, take for instance, I just see my grandchildren and things doing it. What you call the sign, the treble clef. I can make that sign up to this day. All how I try to make this sign like a S, you know. Yeah. So I come like Booksy, I say, see this? That will happen.
But Boogsy's wife is a musician, you know.
Yeah.
Was, or she's gone.
That was hard for me. So I listen, like how I think I listen a song and go and try and put it on, play the melody and get the chords right. Right?
Okay.
So I play by ear.
So in wrapping up, what would you like to say in wrapping up with regards to the civil movement, with regards to
Well,
things are going, you know?
the civil movement, Ms. Ramsey Moore, she is doing a good job, right? And because while telling all that here, I tried to get Mr. P. Diaz to get involved, but telling him, boy, I have plenty on history. And what I give here, it's just a fraction, just a fraction. I say I have plenty history. I like what takes place in Cuba, you know, all it, yeah. And nothing ever. Look, I don't know what year the pan in school came out, but in 1997, when we went to the panorama, right, we had left off about 7 or 8 years, right? And it took me a long time to really. It has this guy Desmond Baxter. He was big in Cuba.
From the other side.
Right, Balmain.
Balmain.
He is the man responsible for every year we think to go panorama. Them fellas say, next year we go number, next year. Every year is next year. We can't go back. I went and I played with Hummingbirds, Ray Horman band. But when we went down there, and I watched some old band them have, they had to throw acid on it to clean it. I said, but we have good bands, right? we have good pans there, and them fellas saying about old pan and it has stand. Then I saw meritones coming the panorama with a bus as a float. They came all the front line and the rhythm. I said, we have a bus. And I talked to Desmond Bax and we had a meeting, and he came in the meeting and convinced them fellas, well, oh God, give the man a break. Now look, he's saying it don't want to stand, it don't want to pan. Why all they don't want to go in the panorama? 1997, and so we all give it a try now. So with Desmond and wait, and right, the thing, and we went back in the panorama. When we was going on stage in Skinner's Park, the stage started to break down with the bus. All the children had to come out, and the whole band was youth players. Youth players. When Patrick and all was president, he called me to the side of the stage. He said, yeah, how come you have so much youth players in this band? I said, well, they come from the school, you know. They come from the school. Them days, yeah, all them bands, that's it, a big man and a woman playing. So, Joyland is one of the first bands with so much youth players. There about 6 senior people in the band. Yeah, the whole band. We took part that year in the school panorama, right? Because the band is done the same tune that we played for panorama, but they say I have to change it. In show, I change a piece inside and ending. And when it had Gary Straker and Joyce Anders band school, only 2 non-school bands. Right? We came 7th overall, but was 2nd because Gary Straker and me. Yeah, and after that, Renegades, and then see, we started the float that break about Renegades float and a rack. Okay. Yeah, and we that 1997, that junior panorama, we took part in that.
Final question.
I think before he goes to the final, do you think we should return to the good old days of panorama in Skinner Park? And was it the national prelims or what?
Well, Skinner Park panorama used to be a joy. It was hard to play, but it used to be a joy seeing, you know, South Band, the kind of rivalry we used to have. Joyland had never made a semi-final in the park. Never.
I know that.
Once there was some kind of rebel thing that come out, and Belfast, one of our rangers was a judge, and that was, we made the semi-final and that, but that wasn't the national. That was some kind of competition that spring up, a kind of one side apart from the, but it used to be real good, right? Because you have all the South Central band, you know, Angel Harps. Angel Harps, that first panorama.
Tropical.
They play rope, boogie, right? And I always wanted Joyland to be in a final or semis at least. I try all kind of things. Bring all kind of rangers. Winsford UMs were that part recently. He did 2 panorama songs for us. Yeah. Charlene and Panko Williams. Right. That is Alvin Belfast. I tried everything in the book.
But did the sponsorship of NGC made any difference to the band itself?
Yeah. Well, you see, the resources there, you know, and Wimpy, Joylander's force, he had to say sponsor. You know what? We used to get $200 a year.
What currency?
Okay. $300?
So Trinidad dollars.
$200?
To do what?
$200 a year.
That's for refreshments.
But we would get, like we go in anyway, big truck, you know, like anything to do.
Oh, they provided transport then?
Yeah, well, it was wimpy.
Yeah.
Big truck, when you see we going on with little patch, we used to regular by Deltones and Sun Valley and Point. That was the big three over Joylanders, Deltones and Sun Valley. Not Tornado, Sun Valley. Ricky Band.
Yeah, Ricky, yeah.
Right. That was the big three. They would come over, we would go Siparia, we go down Point, you know, that we used to circle. And when you hear the wimpy truck, had a big Grenadian fella used to drive the truck. So, but money, like $200 for the year, I'm telling you, know, $200, right? Then, but anything to do like pan stand and thing, they making it at a white, a white guy named Crawford. He was an engineer. Anything the old pan shed, he came and, you know, change it up, cut out and we put up BRC wire and all of that, you know. So, with NGC now, them boys had the funds, they could, you know, do what they want. Joylanders first chrome pan, right? Members like myself, Roy Francis and all these fellas, we had to pull up money, sell all kind of things. Lloyd Gay, tune 2 tenors, 2 double tenor, 2 tenor, 2 double tenor, and 2 double second. That was our fourth chrome pan. Lloyd Gay. We had to fund that money from my pocket. Yeah. Yeah, that was, so from it, that same time I had invited Ray Holman to come and listen to a concert around Christmas time. And when he came and saw the fancy plate there, Crazy Tune was playing on the box, and Ray jumped behind one of the double seconds and started solo. And Ray fell in love with the band, and he and when Tune's band, I said Lloyd Gay, and he and Lloyd Gay hook up. Lloyd Gay, the student, Ray band up to this day. Yeah.
Well, it has been an interesting contribution from you, Mr. Sylvester. And, we look forward to probably doing another one at some time. And we want to say thank you very much for taking the time to be with us here on this interview. I also want to say thank the audience for sitting down and listening to us. It has been very interesting. And we are about to wrap up.
You wouldn't want to hear one of my last granddaughters play. I'll have something.
She could come out. She
Could
could
come?
be pan.
Yeah. Let them
We have a little added attraction here for you, one of Mr. Sylvester's granddaughter. She going to play a little thing for us here.
She only started.
So we're going to oblige her. So that she could play a fan.
It is said that the chip doesn't fall far from the brick. Go back so. How old is she?
She's 7.
7 years.
Yeah. She just said me, when was the birthday here? July.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So tell us your name and the name of the tune you're going to play for us.
Play Give Thanks.
My name is Olivia Livingston, and I'm going to give thanks.
Stop. Give thanks.
So who taught you to play the pan?
Papa,
Your papa. Okay, you play in school? No, where do you play?
home,
Home. So you entertain granny and the siblings? Yeah? Okay, well, a round of applause for that. Okay? I'll see you on YouTube then. Okay? Bye.
This pan too. This 25 years I have
The same pan?
this same pan.
Okay.
So it's been blended from time to time?
Yeah, it blend.
Do I have to make it? Do I have to make it?
Lloyd Gate,
Lloyd
Okay.
Gate,
Hey,
Southman.
25 years.
good product.
I
Okay.
took it back recently to get blend after 2011. Right? And when Lloyd Gate saw the pan, he couldn't believe he tuned his pan. But when he watched it, he said, wait now, buddy. He called his son, right? And his son comparing to the pan now, he said, well, long time, he's a chrome different. Look at 25
Yeah.
years, and this pan have a rust.
Everything changed.
Yeah.
Everything has changed. Look good.
Okay, guys. Thank you very much.
Yes. Well, again, I want to say thank you very much, crowd, our audience. And we hope you enjoy. We hope you enjoy.
Well, the lady wrote
One of the other grandchildren.
You play something for me.
And then I want the whole family to come out when we get
Play something for me. Let me see.
right, this is my grandson.
Pull the pan
He
back.
started playing at 10 years, right, from primary school. But, well, he does little thing in the room, thing, you know. So I know what he playing there. But, and how, give him back, how he started playing, right? He attended exchange. Just so you know, yeah, he attended exchange Presbyterian school. And one day, his teacher, right, asked me if he played the pan.
Right.
Introduce yourself.
Play Trouble in the Morning by Yvonne.
By Vaughn? That's not by
It's a soup.
this group from Broadway, San Fernando.
No. It's a soup.
Okay, that one.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't give me your name.
Denzel.
Are you a student and where from?
Student, UA, from Hoover.
What faculty?
Science Center.
Yeah.
3 going into 4.
What would you like to be when you grow up?
IT specialist.
IT, information technology.
Yeah.
Who's your icon?
Malcolm X.
In what? PAN or IT?
In PAN,
Both.
then PAN professor.
Can Professor Fillmore?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So let's see if you could match up with Ken Professor Fillmore.
Okay.
Yeah.
We took about 3 or 4 visits
Yeah,
yesterday.
yeah, so,
Oh, by the way, I wonder how they're going. I wonder how they're going.
he was also one of my band students.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
he played in function and thing.
Bring it closer here.
She is big in fees too. She
Okay.
started with Joy Hunter,
Yeah.
but Booksy slapped so hard
Yeah.
and couldn't rest until he got her,
Yeah.
and now she's the right and second man.
Okay.
Yeah. She plays fees too.
Yeah.
This one. She also played Panist. Yeah. She played in the last.
Yeah.
What was the tune? Booksy did.
Somebody missing.
The Pan Unity.
Pan Unity. She played a double second and that.
Okay, could I give the mic to each person?
So I play
What's your
tenor
name
pan.
first?
My name is David Sylvester and I play the tenor pan.
Hello everyone, my name is Leanna Livingston and I play double seconds.
With band?
No band right now.
Okay.
No, yes,
Oh, I did not. Okay.
she also played with
Golden Hands.
Golden Hands.
Okay.
When they won the Panama.
2018.
They won 5 times, 5 years straight. Like panelers.
Golden Hands.
Good day, my name is Danica Livingston and I play double seconds in Phase 2 Pan Roof.
Livingston, that's a
Hardcore Phase 2 Pan Roof.
Livingston is a big name, eh?
Of course, David Sylvester thin and started playing from the early age and still plays up to this day, right? Arranging for schools and that's it.
She doesn't play.
Okay.
Closure.
Everybody know me. My name is Roll Knights, liaison officer at the South Central region of Trinidad, and also trustee. It's my pleasure being here.
So we can trust he. Party done.
Hey.
What should we